Welcome all, also our remote viewers. It's a pleasure and honor to facilitate this session. My name is Hendrik Blokhuis. I'm the CTO for the EMEA Partners at Cisco, and I'm here talking about network paints, but I do that with my esteemed guest, Jeff Ivins from IP Fabric.
Hello.
Solution Director of Architecture. Please, Jeff, have a seat.
All right, thank you.
And we'll not present any slides. We don't want to throw any slides at you. We're just going to have a great conversation. Yep. Storytelling, anecdotes, as we agreed. And to kick that off, and I had the pleasure to do an IPTV interview, Cisco IPTV interview at our 40th anniversary booth, and you might have heard that we celebrate our 40th anniversary. And you told me, Jeff, that you recognize most products. Now, that you have to be an old guy then, or not? Can you tell me, give me a little anecdote on one of them?
Yeah, I took a walk through and started to notice that I said, this is great. I mean, 40 years, long time, and then I started to look at the products and I said, I have worked with that one, worked with that one, worked with that one. And as I got through the 40 years, fortunately or unfortunately, I had worked with all of the products. There was one missing, the original AGS without the plus, but
we couldn't find one.
Yeah, we couldn't. But I'm happy to say it's been an exciting time, to see things change and grow, and the innovation that's gone into not only the hardware but everything that's around it. So it's been a fantastic trip, I should say.
So just another question on that. So tell me, what was your first encounter with the internet? Was it email? Was it having an AOL account, or?
Yeah, well, I mean, I do see some faces that'll remember this, but there was some packet radio early on some things that I was doing.
Goodness.
But AOL was one of the first user-friendly interfaces, that we've seen, and I don't know if anyone remembers the excitement of unwrapping your Hayes modem that was, $300 if you didn't have the money, but $1,200 bought if you did, and then doing your dial-up and getting waiting for your America Online page to do email. Look what I can do! I can send email. I mean, then that was quite an innovation.
That's true. Okay, yeah. So we could talk forever about this, but let's be on topic, because obviously this internet grew from a network of computers to a network of human beings, to collaboration, a network of things, a network of everything, basically. Throughout your career, do you have some memorable customer experience where we can sort of build a bridge toward what was in the title, the network pains, the criticality of having a network and digital resilience?
I do, and I've worked, both in as a customer in manufacturing, and then also in healthcare as an architect for a healthcare system, and I think I could relate something that probably all of you might think about. We had a project that in the 5 acute care hospitals, we needed to update and move the communication centers, and then of course they call them the computer room in each of the locations. So we needed to move these data centers to a new part in the facility that was built out with more modern, both overhead cabling, moisture sensing, new power, and things like that. But there was a caveat. We couldn't take anything down. So you might imagine no downtime. You're in a hospital system. You need to physically move an entire room full of things that you don't know where everything goes, because after 20 years of cable patching and fiber moving and new equipment, I think all of you can probably picture in your mind what that looks like. And so we commenced to do that. And we did it by manually logging into every device that was on the network, looking at every communication device, documenting those down to the interface cable, and then we wrote a script to, basically we need to do this, then we'll do that, but if this doesn't work, we go back there. So we essentially split the network. We're able to provide temporary access across things that through fiber, through taking half of the network down and then switching things over one at a time. We had a few things we found that had individual single points of failure, they did require short outage. Long story short, we were able to do this for the 5 hospitals, and it was very successful. But one of the things that you would never think about in networking, so you're the architect running this, you have contractors, you have people that are polishing fiber, someone else that's running cable, the network staff that is frantically moving cables from one side of the network to another. You take a break because you're doing this at a feverish pace, and you come back to your new part of the facility and the temporary wall that they've built is blocked by some carts that have little tents over them. And unfortunately, those were bodies that were destined for the morgue, unfortunately, but you could imagine, here we are, but what do we do? Like, how are we going to get back in there and complete this process? So we called and we did everything we could, but as it turns out, probably the only time in my career we had to wheel away some deceased persons so that we could continue with the network. Yeah. But that's one story.
Okay, wow. I mean, yeah, okay. Fast forward to today. I mean, although there's great automation now and we're now into AI, it seems that networking itself has never been more complex. What are some of, from your point of view, we're talking to a lot of customers, what are some of our customers' biggest pain points today? Yeah. Well, we think we automate, we're clever at Cisco as well, but it seems it's getting more complex.
It is, and if you might imagine, everyone here works with all the different pieces and parts of your infrastructure. And the difficult thing that we hear from a lot of our customers, and I have heard and experienced myself, is that you really don't know what you don't know about. And to try and plan for these moves, changes, and even everyday care and feeding of the network, that is super difficult to kind of just get everything into one place and keep things up to date. It's difficult from that perspective.
Yeah, and what could be a kind of a road towards a solution? What tools or an ecosystem of tools?
Yeah, and I do think there are very good solutions to managing your network, administering your IP addresses, keeping your configurations up to date, giving yourselves really a picture of things. But there's still a lot of manual process around bringing all of those things together. If you think about it, you likely work every day with your colleagues, or some of you are on the security team. And if you might imagine that you have a problem, might go like this. Last night, building 2 was not operational at 10 o'clock. We managed to reboot things and get everything back up, but we need to know what was the issue. So, or it could even be worse, it's still down, right? So you call the ops team, you get the security team, you get the network team together.
You move the bodies out of the way.
And you call TAC, and unfortunately if there's any TAC people here, they're stuck forever, assisting you until you get that solution. Of course, every minute that you're trying to solve the problem, you have the executives are calling you for an update of why is this down, right?
Yeah, they always do.
Yep. So after, you go into your platform, tell me what's going on. You go into your network management platform, tell me what's going on. Let's trace this back. Let's pull all this information together. And then eventually, we find that, the janitor did indeed dump the bucket, shut down the switch stack in this area, and we've lost it, so we can go and replace that. Or we have a new employee that thought it might be good to work from home and try out a few new firewall rules that unfortunately blocked everything. So in that situation, I mean, that could take you 7 to 8 hours to solve those difficult problems. And I know some of them are solved sooner and easier, But that's the reality of our job. I mean, the complexity of all those pieces and parts and understanding what's doing what and then getting the information you need to get resolution, difficult, very difficult.
Yeah, I guess so. Now we can talk about this forever, but I guess these are also hands-on people. You've got a great booth at IP Fabric. What are the things you can show there to bring it to life?
Yeah, we do. So what IP Fabric intends to do is give you the visibility of what we just talked about, bring those things together that are not inherently part of each other's system. So we give you visibility and normalization about your network, about your security devices, about your cloud connectivity, and we provide it in a view that's understandable and easily interfaced with.
Okay,
so, yeah. That's what we're doing there.
Okay. Now, obviously we have to talk about AI, so let me challenge you a little bit. I mean, doesn't AI in the future solve all this? Automatic discovery, automatic configuration, and we're out of a job.
Yes, it does, but as we know, it takes human intervention, right? So we can provide connectivity and automatically fix something, but has that given you the best art of design in the solution? For example, are you connecting through Kansas City when you should be going to the next room? Some of those things, even with AI, are not going to be naturally picked up. And AI is a great way to shorten time to resolution, but I think the humans are still way involved because, at least in my mind, networking and security and everything that we're doing here is somewhat of an art. And when you balance that art with the science, we get the result that we're looking for.
So how pragmatically is IP Fabric using AI now in your solutions?
So we will interface with AI in the solutions. We essentially, let me tell you how the product works first so that you have a base of things. We're not just doing a scrape discovery of everything. What we're doing is we're reading a configuration and state of every network device. We can do that via an SSH or just a show commands, or set of show commands, or in addition to that, some API interface. We interface with other products that you're already going to have in your ecosystem to have that information, and we normalize that in a standard data set that you can provide action against within the tool. There are tons of things you can do within the tool, like what was the state of the network on Friday? If I asked you that, how would you find that out? What was the state of your entire network, including infrastructure from SDN all the way back to the data center and the things that you have in the cloud? Could you tell me what happened on Friday? That's a difficult situation. I don't mean to get off the AI portion of it.
But, no.
We're taking and creating a visualization of all of the infrastructure and giving you a view that you can look at it. You can interface with us if you so desire, and to add some AI capabilities and ask the product, but I like to think that we're making the inferences between one configuration and another and building what your network looks like.
Okay, good. Now you're a director of solutions architecture, you know stuff.
Okay.
I'm going to challenge you. We are here amongst friends. What is some of the innovative things that IP Fabric is working on looking forward in your future roadmap that you maybe not even allowed to share? But
I mean, looking forward, certainly we're looking to allow flexibility because every customer has a different network. They've got different applications of how they're doing things. So we're looking at more integrations where certainly where it makes sense for things you already have in your ecosystem. We're also, as of 5 days ago, allowing you to do your own extensions to the product. So where you have a team that has already done some of the things that need to be done automatically, you want to provide some automation, those can be incorporate it with the product.
Okay, and how far is that out? Are we talking about weeks, months, years?
No, we have that running in, we have version 7.0.11 running, and that's available now. That's available to customers now.
Okay, okay.
Yep, so good stuff there. We're always looking at providing better ways to look at views. So as an example, virtualized environments, when we look at how do we visualize that, we're certainly looking at how we can improve the visibility there. So if you're stacked with VRFs or something like that and you want an easier way to visualize what that structure looks like, we're looking to make that easier for you. We have that data now, we do visualize it, but there's ways that we can get you faster to resolution.
Yeah, so a lot of good reasons for the audience maybe to visit your booth later on. Now in closing, what would be the takeaway, the piece of advice you would give the audience here as your top one priority to think about or to take action on?
Yep. Well, first I would say that I feel fortunate to be able to have this career that I've had in this, just in this market. It's something that I find exciting, and we talked about this earlier. And so take that away. We're all doing a job that I think is fun. It's ever changing, and we have to adapt to it. So it's things like this that bring us all together and enjoy it. Enjoy what you're doing. The second thing to take away is IP Fabric. Stop by and see us. We may or may not be for you. However, we will provide you. We guarantee to provide you visibility out of the box. Okay, so uncustomized product, you're going to find something that you do not know about. When we do our proof of concepts, we always have a customer event that says, wait, what is that? Tell me what that is. So if it's something as simple as devices without AAA configured, or network devices that are there that we know about from the state of this router to the other, we'll give you visibility to that. So if you want visibility over the whole infrastructure, come talk to us. We may be the solution.
I think that's great advice and a great closing statement. I mean, even the sun came out. Could you believe it? In the Netherlands, I'm a local, so
yeah.
Please stay up there. Thank you so much.
Yes.
Thanks for this conversation. Thank you for your partnership and your sponsorship of this great event.
Yep.
Ladies and gentlemen, Jeff Ivins, thank you.
Thank you.